Hello, sports fans. It is Wednesday, May the 29th, the year 2013, and as usual, a lot to get to in the sports world, so let's get it going right now. Before we do our weekly Major League Baseball State of the Union, let's go through some scores of note from last night. Let's start in the NBA, where the Indiana Pacers at home knock off the Miami Heat. That series is now tied 2-2. Nice job last night by Indiana, evening up this series. Indiana started strong last night. Looked like they were going to blow the Heat right out in the first quarter. Heat methodically come back. Then it's back and forth most of the way. Indiana made the big plays down the stretch. Hibbert had a nice game. Stevenson had some big buckets in the fourth quarter. LeBron James fouls out. Dwayne Wade didn't shoot the ball well. Chris Bosh didn't shoot the ball well. Bosh and LeBron both tweaked their ankle a little bit. They both came back in the game. They seem to be all right, but they did tweak their ankle a little bit, so we'll keep an eye on that as the series progresses. Miami did not shoot as well last night as they did in Game 3 in Indiana. And that is expected. Miami shot the lights out in Game 3. They were nowhere near that last night. So nice job by Indiana. They are back in the series. It is 2-2. It is now a best of 3. Still Miami series. Still Miami series. I think next 2 out of 3 are in Miami. Miami has the home court. I think they're going to get through. Kind of like last year when Miami played Indiana. Indiana's putting a real scare into Miami right now. They're going toe-to-toe with Miami right now. They're not afraid of Miami. They're playing well. But I think in the end, Miami's going to be a little too strong for them. A little too much LeBron James. I think Miami's going to squeak out of this series. But Indiana's a very, very nice team. Very impressive team. Nice collection of players. Very well coached. The crowd in Indiana was tremendous last night. So it is now 2-2. Back to Miami we go for Game 5. All right, also last night in your NHL in Los Angeles, the LA Kings beat the San Jose Sharks 2-1. The Kings win the series 4-3. They now await the winner of Detroit and Chicago, who will play Game 7 tonight. This is exactly what I thought was going to happen last night. I thought the Kings were going to win 3-2. They win 2-1. Kings are on absolute fire at home. They can't lose at home. They've won about 15 games in a row at home. This series was all about the home team. All 7 games went to the home team. San Jose played well. They were gritty. They were tough. But they fell just a little bit short. Nothing to be ashamed of if you're San Jose. You won the first round. You played well here in the second round. But the Kings are a very good team. Very good goaltending and quick. They play well at home. They're gritty. They're tough. They are a grinded-out team. Nice job by the Kings getting out of this series. They are a tough matchup for anyone to play going forward. Remember, the Kings won the Cup last year, so they can beat anyone. And San Jose, it was a decent year, but San Jose, they have a history now of losing big games. And I don't want to pick on them too much because I thought they played well in this series, but they have lost so many big games in their history, San Jose. So many Game 7s, so many tough series they've lost, and this is just another one added to the collection. Overall, though, San Jose did play well. Kings get the job done. They await the winner of Chicago, Detroit, who will play Game 7 tonight in Chicago. Over to your Major League Baseball last night. Atlanta beat Toronto in 10 innings. McCann, a couple of home runs there. Colorado beat Houston, ho-hum there. Mets beat the Yankees again, 2-1. The Mets get 2 in the ninth off Mariano Rivera. Rivera's been really good this year. He does blow the save last night, so the Mets actually take both games at Citi Field. Now they go to Yankee Stadium for 2. Nice job by the Mets last night honoring Mo Rivera. It's probably going to be his last time pitching at Citi Field. Had him throw out the ceremonial first ball to John Franco. Nice job by the Mets. Nice job by the Met fans who gave him a standing ovation. A lot of Yankee fans in attendance as well. Nice job by the Mets. First-class operation there last night. Nice little tribute to Mo Rivera. Also last night, Washington beat Baltimore. LaRoche, a couple of home runs. Pittsburgh beat Detroit. Walker, a home run in the 11th. Philadelphia beat Boston. Cliff Lee, really nice pitch game. Really nice effort by Cliff Lee up in Boston last night. Cincinnati beat Cleveland. Cincinnati red hot. Cleveland all of a sudden slumping. It's funny, in baseball, things can change so fast. Cleveland was hot for so long. Now in just the last few days, they can't win a game, so Cleveland all of a sudden in a slump. Tampa Bay beat Miami. They got 1 in the 8th, 1 in the 9th to win it. Cubs and the White Sox rained out. St. Louis continues to roll. They beat Kansas City. Kansas City's lost 10 straight. What in the world's going on with them? Minnesota beat Milwaukee. Milwaukee is just falling completely apart. Oakland beat San Francisco, San Diego beat Seattle, and the Dodgers beat the Angels. The Dodgers actually won 2 games in a row, believe it or not. So we'll see if the Dodgers start to put something together here. The Angels, after winning 8 in a row, have now dropped 2 in a row. The Angels don't want to fall back now. They had a nice 8-game winning streak. They got themselves to 4 under 500. Now they've lost a couple of games in a row. They're back to 6 games under 500. Still danger time for the Angels. I mean, they can't afford to go on another losing streak here and go back to like 8, 10 games under 500. So just when you thought the Angels would turn in the corner, they dropped 2 to the Dodgers. Both of those teams, 6 games under 500. They have plenty of work to do, both of those teams. All right, without further ado, let's go to our weekly Major League Baseball State of the Union. Let's start in the American League. Let's start in the American League East. We're going to go worst to first. The Toronto Blue Jays still in last place. They are 22-30. They have a long way to go, Toronto. They were playing slightly better, had a tough loss yesterday to Atlanta. They really needed that game. I mean, Toronto, you know, can score runs. You know, can hit the long ball. Their pitching hasn't been good. Reyes is still out. So far, it's been a total disaster for Toronto. They're 22-39 games behind first place Boston. Number 4, Tampa Bay, 27-24. Rodney, the closer, has as many blown saves this year as he did all of last year. That's not a good stat. Baltimore, third place, 28-24. They need their closer, Johnson, to pitch better. He's been awful lately. Number 2, the New York Yankees. They're 30-21. They have dropped 2 in a row to the Mets of all teams, but overall, you can't complain where the Yankees are considering the amount of injuries. Looks like Euclid and Teixeira are close to coming back. And number 1, the Boston Red Sox, 32-21. After a tough stretch there, they have now gone 9-3 in their last 12. Boston's doing a nice job this year. Pitching has been really good. Nice defense. Boston is a surprise this year. I didn't think they'd be this good. That is your American League East. Over to your American League Central we go. Last place, the Minnesota Twins. They're 21-28. They've lost 11 of 12. They look like a dead carcass. Minnesota was doing a decent job. They were around 500, and they've fallen completely apart. I don't think we're going to hear from Minnesota the rest of the year. Number 4, Kansas City, 21-28. Speaking of falling apart, they've lost 10 in a row, 13 of 16. No offense whatsoever. Number 3, the White Sox. They're 24-25. Playing a little better, beat up on the Marlins. They have 2 decent pitchers. Peavy looks like he's pitching like he did in the past. Sale is a good pitcher. I don't love the White Sox team. I think they're maybe a 500 team at best. They are pitching very well, playing a little better. Number 2, Cleveland, 27-24. They are slumping all of a sudden. They were red hot about a week ago. Now they're ice cold. That's how baseball changes. Week to week, baseball changes in the blink of an eye. You can go from red hot to ice cold. That's what's going on with Cleveland. And number 1, I think the class of the division, the Detroit Tigers, 29-21. Cabrera on absolute fire. That's your American League Central. Over to your American League West we go. Last place, Houston Astros, 15-37. They are 0-9 against Oakland. And they're not doing too much better against everyone else. 15-37, no surprise. We knew they'd be bad. They are. Number 4, Seattle, they're 22-30. They've lost 8 of 10. They can't score any runs. Number 3, the Angels, they're 23-29. Like I said, they had won 8 in a row. Now they've dropped 2 straight. Danger time again for the Angels. Don't want to start a new losing streak here. You just started to play better ball. Now you've dropped 2 in a row to the Dodgers. Angels still have a lot of work to do. Number 2, the Oakland A's. They're 30-23. They are 9-0 against Houston. That helps when you play Houston a bunch of times in your own division. I like Oakland's team. I think they're an underrated team. And number 1, the Texas Rangers. They are 32-20. They are benefiting from an easy schedule so far. They have been beaten up on Seattle and Houston all year. I like Texas. I think they're a playoff team. They're doing a nice job even without Josh Hamilton this year. That's your American League. Over to your National League we go. Let's start in the National League East. Last place, the Miami Marlins. They're 13-39. They've scored more than 3 runs twice in the last 18 games. Think about that. They've scored more than 3 runs twice in the last 18 games. Hard to believe. Number 4, the Mets. They're 20-29. Their bullpen is horrible. They did take 2 from the Yankees the last couple of days. Should be a long summer for the Mets, though. Also, number 3 is Philadelphia. They're 25-27. Pettibone Underrated pitcher, 3.21 earned run average. I mean, I like Lee. I like Pettibone. I mean, Hamels has to pick it up. He's 1-8. Got to get Holiday back pitching well if he comes back at all this year. Howard's got to start picking it up with the bat. Utley's on the DL. I mean, I don't want to rule Philly out, but they just are treading water here. They're like right around 500, a little below 500 the whole year. Number 2, Washington, 27-25. Strasburg has been better. Still very disappointed in Washington this year. I thought they'd be a lot better than this. Offense has not been good at all. And number 1, the Atlanta Braves in the East, 31-20. They are doing a tremendous job. Here's a stat for you. This is a very strange stat. Medlin, the pitcher, on a good Brave team. Now remember, the Braves are playing well. They're 31-20. Medlin is 1-5 with a 3.16 earned run average on a good team. You'd expect that on a bad team. He's getting no run support, but on a good team, you're 1-5 with that earned run average. That is a strange stat. So the Braves, number 1 in the East. Over to your National League Central. Last place, the Milwaukee Brewers, 19-31. They are falling to pieces. They look like they are history. Number 4, the Cubs, 20-30. The Cubs are batting .216 with runners in scoring position. We need not say any more. Number 3, the Pirates, they're 32-20, off to a great start in a tough division. You could get 3 teams out of this division going to the playoffs. Pirates doing a nice job. Number 2, the Reds, 33-19. They've won 12 of 15. They're on fire. And number 1, the St. Louis Cardinals, 34-17. Pitching has been fabulous. The more pitches that go out, the better the other pitchers pitch. It's amazing. St. Louis has a ton of injuries this year, yet here they are, 34-17, one of the best teams in all of baseball. What a great job by St. Louis. I can't say enough good things about them. Tremendous job. All right, over to your National League West we go. Last place, the LA Dodgers, 22-28. They have a really, really tough schedule coming up. They have a lot of road games coming up. Now, they're off to a decent start this week. They took 2 from the Angels. They had that rally the other day. They are still 6 games under 500. Kemp looks lost at the plate. Struck out another 4 times the other night. Who knows about Ethier? Dodgers have to pick up their play soon. It won't be easy, though. A lot of road games. Very tough schedule. Kemp, Ethier still struggling. Number 4, San Diego, 23-28. Jason Marquis, 6-2 with a 3.70 earned run average. Nice year by him. Number 3, Colorado, they're 28-24. They are 1 game out of first place. Last year at the same time, 14 games out of first place. So doing a nice job, Colorado. Number 2, San Francisco. They're 28-24. Buster Posey on fire. Like to see San Francisco pick it up. They've been giving up a lot of runs in the last few weeks. I know their pitching's going to come around. But what about Lincecum? He's one guy I'm not sure about anymore. He's had 2 bad seasons now in a row. What's up with Lincecum? He used to be lights out. He's lost it a little bit. Giants still always a threat, though. I mean, they're going to be right there in the end. Number 1, Arizona in the West, 30-22. Right now, Goldschmidt looks like he is an MVP candidate. He looks like a tremendous young player, and I love the manager, Kirk Gibson. I love his fiery personality. Arizona D-backs doing a nice job, first place in the West. So that is your Major League Baseball State of the Union as we are almost done with May. We still got a long way to go. June, July, August, September, into October we go. So we got a bunch of these State of the Unions to do the rest of the year. That's where we are right now. As far as tonight, what to watch? No NBA tonight. Remember, the Western Conference is over. San Antonio's in the finals. Miami and Indiana, a day off. So no NBA tonight. You got Major League Baseball tonight. Game 7 in the NHL. Detroit at Chicago. Does it get any better than that? 2 classic rivals going at it in Game 7 in Chicago. Should be a tremendous atmosphere tonight. That is a must-watch. I think Chicago's going to win. I thought Chicago was the best team all year. They got up off the deck in this series. They were down 3-1. Detroit had a chance to bury them. Detroit in the last game had a 2-1 lead in the second period. You thought Chicago was in trouble. They rallied to win. Chicago has all the momentum in this series. They have the home ice. I think that's going to be enough to carry them through tonight. Listen, you give Detroit a shot. Obviously, they beat Anaheim in Game 7 on the road. They've given Chicago everything they can handle in this series. You give Detroit a shot for sure. I'm going with Chicago tonight. I'm going to say they win 4-3 tonight. in Chicago. That is a must-watch tonight. Now, if you're not a hockey fan tonight, you know, I don't know what you're going to watch. You got your baseball, no NBA tonight. If you're looking for a little soccer tonight, the United States men's national team has a friendly against Belgium in Cleveland. So if you're a soccer fan, you may want to check that out. But, I mean, tonight is a Detroit at Chicago NHL night. And if you're not a hockey fan, check it out. You'll become a hockey fan if you watch this game, believe me. So you guys, thanks for the support. Thanks for tuning in. You guys stay safe. Enjoy the games tonight, especially the Blackhawks and the Wings. Should be tremendous hockey. Fans should be going nuts. You guys enjoy the games. Stay safe. I will be back with you tomorrow, Thursday. Take care.